Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. How are we going out there today, folks? Yes, we are going to talk about the Dolphins. Why are they not called the Redcliffe Dolphins? Come on, NRL. They should be called the Redcliffe Dolphins. That's where they're from. Don't try and get it twisted. Every other team has a name. Why are they just called the Dolphins? It's absolute silly for mine. But anyway, can Wayne Bennett, the Messiah, and it's maybe his final year as coach in this competition, well, in Dolphins anyway, can he get them to the promised land, the premiership? Can he make them to the top 8? He started off the season well and they filtered away. Well, I can tell you one thing, they've got a better squad in 2024 with some good players going to be looking at the reserve grade that are capable of being in the top grade. So they have done the right thing and they have brought excellence. Absolutely. If you're talking about execution in 2024 in terms of who they brought, the Dolphins, have been probably one of the best this season in terms of getting new players to the club. So they've let go of the likes of Brinko Lee, Herman Esse, JJ Collins, no stars really. And they brought in a consistent player like Jack Averillo that can play a lot of positions. Herbie Farnworth, who got a mortgage on the centre position. Tom Flegler, who's Origin, absolute top-class player. So they have gone around and brought some good players. They brought a young star in Oren Keeley from the Knights. So that they've been very astute. They haven't brought a lot, but they have brought some very interesting buys into the squad this year. It's an aging roster. That is the danger. They got props galore. There's no issue with the props. But you can argue the ages are getting weary of them. But with the exuberance of youth in it, can the Dolphins make a dent in this premiership? Well, we're going to go through the best 17 of the Dolphins. And let's see how it shapes up, what you think. You can disagree in the comments. This is just all fun. So we're all about having fun on the show. So let's get to it. The Dolphins, number 1. Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. Well, he was in and out of fullback a little bit at the for the Dolphins at the end of the season. But surely he was a revelation there. Really has put himself in the headlights. Can he do it again? This is his chance. Absolutely, this is his chance. We will see how it goes, but this is his chance to really get fine. The wingers, Tessie New and Jermaine Asako for me is the way I went. In the centres, well, Herbie Farnworth's got a mortgage on it, but well, all the talk is about Jake Averillo playing centre, and he possibly will. But I've got a little bit different here. I think Valence Tevare. All talks is he's been training the house down. This is his last chance to learn really in the NRL. He has the talent to do it, whether he has the fitness to back it up. It's up to him. Reminds me of Conroy and Horrell, very much similar ilk. It's up to him if he wants to deliver. So he's a potential starter, but no doubt about it, Jake Averillo could probably slip into centre, but this is just the way I'm doing it. Which will leave Isaiah Kato out of the top out of the first 13, but he clearly can be number 6 with Sean O'Sullivan. But I just think Jake Averillo may give him a bit more experience for Sean O'Sullivan to do his thing. That's just the way I've gone with that one. Props, Tom Flegler and Jesse Bromwich. Can't get much better than that. Jerry Marshall-King, he's back from injury. Fully fit. Can he get them rocking and rolling? We'll see. Felice Kafusi had a bit of a down year last year. Can he bounce back? Kenny Bromwich also needs to go up another level. With Tommy Gilbert at 13, more than likely. Isaiah Katoa, he'd be the beautiful utility. Even Jake Averillo can play the spot as well if they need be. And then got Conley Leiluma. He had a great season. Jared Wallace, and I've got Cody Nikorima as another one who can be a Mr. Fix-It anywhere in the field. He's a chance. That's leaving the likes of Ray Stone, Mark Nicholas, Josh Kerr. So these are experienced forwards that'll be handy throughout the season. They need to go. And then you got the backlines of Ewan Aitken and Anthony Milford, who are in amongst them. Mason Teague got a taste of football last year. So they got quite an Edric Lee as well. They've got a little bit of depth here, the Titans this season. I mean Dolphins, sorry. They've got a bit of an opportunity. Now, where does the squad rate? They're in with a chance of the top 8, the Dolphins next season. They are. I have a little bit of worrying about the aging roster. Have they got too many? The Bromwich brothers in particular. Can they lift to another level, or if they gone? They're more likely Jesse Bromwich's last year. So there's a bit of things to be done. Can they get the best out of these players to continue, or they just fade out again like last season? That's the question for you Dolphins fans out there. Where do I see the positives? Okay, the positives. You've got Hamiso. You've got Herbie Farnworth. You've got Jermaine Asako. Tom Flegler. Tommy Gilbert. So these are 5 players that have proven last season they were rock solid. Tom Gilbert unfortunately got an injury, but they're proven. They will week in, week out work for you. Where other players like Jake Averillo, Valence Tefare, Tessie New, you're not sure what you're going to get out of these players each and every week. So that's the consistency factor. And then the likes of Sean O'Sullivan and Katoa and whoever's playing in the halves, Averillo, they need to go to another level. They stick where they are, they'll be a competitive team, but they just won't be looking anywhere near the top 8. Their forward pack potentially is very good. Potentially. Probably Fegler might give Jesse Bromwich that little bit of a lift he needs, and Kafusi and the likes. With that youth experience, being the alpha male now. He'll be the alpha male of this team, no doubt about it. It's up to him to go boom this next level that the Dolphins need. Yeah, so the forward pack wise, they're pretty solid. I know it's aging, but they've got enough around there to be a chance of doing something. But the back line to me is pretty weak. If we've been fair dinkum, the halves is a big issue for them. They need a big half signing. I'm not sure they're going to get it either. They need a big signing, a star signing, and there's not many around to sign. Well, they've got to find someone from within. Katoa could be the answer. Don't get me wrong, I haven't put him in my starting 13, but Katoa was very good last season, very solid. Another year under his belt. It can be a bit of the Sam Walker syndrome though. That second year, third year, just finding it tough in the big grade. Same with Kyle Flanagan when he jumped in. And there's so many. The list just goes on and on. Jack Cogger, Jay Clifford, they've come out flying, and then they struggle a little bit, and teams are just not patient enough with some of their halfbacks sometimes. It's all about win, win, win. And it's sometimes to the detriment of the team. And look at the Roosters, for example. They mucked around Sam Walker a little bit, and where they're struggling to be the premiership contenders. They should stick with their man, continue to work his game, get him up to their level. They got rid of Flanagan. They know how to spit out players. Put it this way, they're good at spitting out players. It's about time they put more into them. But getting back to the Dolphins, they are a chance to the top 8. I just probably don't see it happening. They're just too many players away. I mean, if Anthony Milford come back to his best, this team's a top 8 team every day of the week. If Anthony Milford can somehow find his best form, I would say the Dolphins would make the top 8. But because he would be that star player in the halves they need. But he just doesn't look anywhere the shadow of that man. Absolute shadow of a man. And to be fair, that was 9 years ago, folks. When he was at the top of his game was 9 years ago. And he was very young then. He's still young now, but just hasn't gone to that level that we expected of him. It's disappointing. Let's hope he can turn it around. He is the one player that could save this Titans season. No doubt, Dolphins season. Absolutely. He is the player. If he comes out and plays out of this world and is in the team, then look out, the Dolphins are in danger. But we have seen it too many times. He'll play one good game and 3 rubbish. That's pretty much what you get out of Milford these days, unfortunately. But if they can find a way to get the best out of Milford, then maybe the Dolphins are a chance of making the top 8. But they are nowhere near a premiership team. No doubt about it. they've signed well. Don't get me wrong, they've signed well, but in the spine, outside of the hammer, Jerry Marshall-King's solid, but they need their halves. Their halves are the question mark, and I think there are a lot of teams in that. The halves is where they get it done. They need the Cleary. They need a Cleary ilk player to come up and turn it around for them. And that's what they need out of Sean O'Sullivan. Can he get to that level? To be honest, I doubt it. He's a solid player, but he's never going to be at the Cleary level. That's clear to see. But he can do a role, but he needs a gun six, and that is the question mark for me. I don't think they have the gun six. Outside of Milford at his best, Katoa, potentially, but he's probably still a few years away from being an absolute out-and-out great player, Katoa, but he's potential as well, so maybe just stick with him and just work on his game, get him ready to develop in the next couple of years. But that's all about results, baby, and if the results aren't there, then it could be curtains for Christian Wolf shortly before he's even begun, and that's next season. But yeah, to me, the Dolphins are going to be a competitive team with Wayne Bennett. They always are, but I just don't see them making much of a effort on the final series for mine. But anyway, that is Rugby League. The next one up will be the Manly Seagulls. I'll see you soon for the preview of them. Have an awesome day out there, my friends.